Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stonehearth and the Nerds of the North. I certainly hope you're having a wonderful day, because I'm certainly excited to be back. There have been a few changes since the last episode. Construction has continued, and we have one building left to, well, build. And it's going to be a place for the blacksmith. So let's have a bit of a tour. On the left right here, we have some room for the cook, which is this right here, obviously the cook's kitchen. We can look inside and there's plenty of room for the cook to do what they do. In here is something or other. I believe this is the mason's place, I think. What is that? That is the mason's workshop. Have we not put a larger bench in here for the mason yet? I feel like we need to do that. Hold on a second. Oh, we totally have. Fantastic. It's already in there. Over here, obviously, is our dining hall. We have room here for a herbalist. We have storage and storage. Then moving back this way, we have room for a carpenter. This place is still being built, I think. Actually, no, this place isn't still being built. Over here is room for the weaver. And then this right here is basically a copy of the cook's kitchen, except I've adapted it to serve the purposes of being a blacksmith's workshop. So that's getting worked on just there, and everything else should be pretty much solid. Let's go ahead and make sure that this bed is being used by the carpenter just there. Let's make sure this bed here is being used by the weaver, which I believe it currently is, which is fantastic news. This bed here is being used by the herbalist. This bed over here should be used by, let's see, this bed actually isn't assigned. Oh, it is assigned. There we go. And then this one is the cook as well. So everybody's starting to get their own beds, which is great news. And I believe all we really need to do here is select these shelves and say that it's going to be for wood and wood, so that the carpenter has some stuff nearby anytime they might want some stuff nearby. You might also notice the roads are fixed. That was relatively easy. I just had to go over them again and dig up the ground underneath them, because for whatever reason, it wasn't dug up previously. So this is where the Nerds of the North are currently. We have a bunch of buildings. Our net worth is actually pretty good. And we of course have the trapper going nuts back here. The biggest issue really is just we need to start hauling stuff around, and we're getting there with that, but hopefully we can do it sooner than later, because it is still super messy around here. As for the cave in here, that whole thing is coming along really nicely as well. We've got a ladder down into the quarry, so in terms of resources, we are doing very, very well for ourselves. Now let's have a look at some of the crafters. Obviously, we could get a potter. If we promote the mason to that, we could just buy some pottery, not going to bother with that. But I don't really want to do that. What I want to do is see if we have... I think we have made an engineer's wrench already. I'm pretty sure that's a thing we've done. So if we take a look here and say change jobs, the engineer is a step up from a blacksmith. Okay. So if we go to our blacksmith who is currently building, and we say, go and become an engineer, that's fine. We can go to the mason, and we can say, become a potter, which I guess is just going to have to be a thing, because I want both of them. I want both an engineer and a potter. I do want to get a shepherd at some point as well, so we're going to have to do that with the trapper. Do we have the means to do that with the trapper? Is that a thing we can do? I mean, you are a master trapper, but we don't actually have a shepherd's crook. So we're going to need to get that. So let's go to the carpenter and let's say, get me a shepherd's crook, if you wouldn't mind. You need to be level 5 to do that, which is unfortunate. So craft me one of those when you can. Go ahead and craft me, I don't know, 31 farmer's hose. We can sell a few of those. Raccoons, another goblin, 9 iron ingots. I think we have those. We do have those. Okay, we will need more of them though. So what I'm gonna do, we don't have a blacksmith. Oh dear. That was close. Let's have a look at the engineer though. So the engineer can do things like turrets and the turnip shooter. Obviously gears and stuff like that as well, so we're gonna need to do that. But annoyingly, that doesn't explain how you get the geomancer. Is it the potter? I'd be very surprised if it was. It's not. Interesting. I don't actually know how we get the geomancer. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that and see how that works. Anyway, we are gonna need things like the potter's kiln. Get me one of those. Get me the potter's wheel. This right here actually uses iron to build. We're not gonna do that because we'll annoy the goblins. So what we need to do now is go to some of these guys and say, you've got, let's see, you've got very good mines. So Toraf, you are gonna become the new, I'm gonna say the new mason. And you, Josephine, are gonna become the new blacksmith. So there we go. You guys can go and get your new jobs sorted as soon as possible. So we should see fairly quick. The new blacksmith is sorted. So the new blacksmith is going to go into that place up there. The new mason is going to have to live in here. So Toraf, you are going to be right in here. There you go, bud. So you enjoy that. As for the potter's kiln and all of that stuff, is it made? It is. So we'll go ahead and place that just down here, sort of out of the way a little bit. And that's a weaver's workbench. We don't want that. We want the other thing for the potter when it's done at least. Which will hopefully be sooner than later. But it seems like it might be taking a minute. Let's see here. Daily updates coming in. We actually have got the net worth, so let's go ahead and bring in a 21st Hearthling. Ragnar Slike. That's a great name. That is a good name. Good, strong name. This right here is the pottery wheel. So go ahead and place that. So the potter can do their thing. I'm also not entirely convinced. No one's stuck on top of this place, are they? No. Just gotta check that no one gets stuck on this building, because that can happen a lot. I had some people stuck down in the quarry and, well, they started complaining about starving. It's what they did. It was a fair complaint, don't get me wrong. It was a fair complaint to make. I just, you know, didn't realize that they'd almost starved to death. Anyway, the carpenter just got level 4, which means the carpenter can't make that yet, but can make the archer's bow, which is huge news. So very, very excited about that. We could do some leather-bound chests. We could do tall wooden market shelves, a blue market stall. The blue market stall could be neat. Let's get one of those and see what happens. Designate a safety point. It's kind of interesting. Got some lamps, got some tables, some chairs, all that kind of stuff. I think we'll just keep going with the farmer's hoe for the time being. See how that works out. And I guess we should also take a look then and see here. So we don't have anything for we have a pottery studio. We don't have anything for an engineer. So the pottery studio is this, which looks like it's exactly the same building as, interesting. It is the same building that the cook gets. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. That works. Can I throw it back here? I totally can. So we're gonna throw a pottery studio pretty much back there behind storage. That seems okay though. I mean, well, you know what? Let's just undo that for a second and let me grab the pottery studio again. And let me see if I can get it over here instead, because this might be a better spot for it. If I can get it to line up properly, which I sort of can. I guess technically the door needs to be there. And I think that's in line. Yeah, I think that'll work out for the pottery studio because it's already going to be connected to that road. So that'll do for that. We'll say build it because they're nearly done with the other building. And of course we are going to need to say tear down that tree and that tree as well. just to make room for the pottery studio. So yeah, the blacksmith's place is nearly done. The pottery studio, they're going to start working on it. And we have seeds from a distant land. 3 pumpkin baskets. Can we even do pumpkins? Is that a thing we can... Is that a thing we're capable of doing? I have no idea. We're probably going to want to figure that out. So let's do this, and... No, we can't. Alright. Alright, well, let's do Frost Snap. I didn't realize that my farmer was, I don't know how we're gonna get pumpkin baskets. I didn't realize my farmer had, leveled so well, though. So we can do that, and then we can do pine saplings. And, this will give us a lot of saplings as well, but it means we can regrow the forest around the entire town at some point. So there we go, a bunch of saplings. And what I want to do is make sure that that area is nicely lit up. So there, and there. We want a light there as well, a light there. And we'll go for a slightly lower quality one just there. And that'll give us a lot of farmland. But I'm pretty sure the farmer can look after it. Not certain, but pretty sure at least. Which is, good enough for me, I guess. Guess that's just gonna be good enough for me. Let's see, is this... Yeah, this is still going good. The goblin stomps back into town. Here you go, bud. You enjoy those. And, let me go to here and see... Yeah, so this is all queued up currently. We do have a lot of copper ingots. So go ahead and maintain... You know what? Maintain like 30 of them. Maintain 30 copper ingots. And move that up to the top. So that it takes over that one. Put it up there. Or don't. That's good too. You know what? Let's just cancel... Hold on. We'll deal with the caribou in a second. Gonna cancel everything here. I'm gonna restructure what our blacksmith's doing. Because we're never gonna need to get rid of this blacksmith. This blacksmith's gonna be here until they die, basically. So maintain... Do like 20 of them. And then maintain 20 of those. And then maintain, I guess, 20 of those. And that should be fine. You'll level up in time to bring some of that in, at which point I want you to maintain 20 of that. Eventually you can maintain... We'll say 20 of this. You know what? You're just going to maintain 20 of every ingot. And we'll see how that plays out. As for silver, similar story. 20. And gold. Yeah, maintain 20 of that. There you go. Then when it comes to weapons, we want to maintain sort of 3 of each. So no matter what they are, we'll have 3 of everything. And we can either sell it, or we can use it, or we can just do whatever we need to do with it. So there we go. We'll queue all of this up, maintain 3 of each, and it's going to be similar with the armor as well. There's going to be a lot of things that this blacksmith's doing. I'm not sure how useful all of it's going to be. I'm not sure how much of it's going to get used, but that's fine. It'll keep them busy. It means they'll level really quickly. And hopefully it means that everybody else that's sort of involved in these crafting trees will be doing stuff as well. So maintain 3 of those, then iron mail. There's a lot of iron stuff in here. Then the steel circlet, maintain 3 of those. We're never going to need more than 1 or 2 of those steel circlets, but we're going to do it anyway because you never know. I might end up with 3 clerics. It's really unlikely, but it could happen. Maintain 3 of those, and the steel shield, we can get 3 of those as well. We can actually make the decorative scout gong as well. Eventually we could do the golem pick. I mean, I guess that's like the only thing we don't have, so craft one of those when you get a chance. There we go. So the blacksmith is going to be super busy for the rest of eternity. And I believe we had, what, caribou heading towards the farms? Yeah, they are stuck up there, so they're not doing any such thing. You know what I want to look at, though? This right here. Yeah, we are we're a ways off on that. We are a bit of a ways off on that. But that's fine. We'll get the upgrade eventually, and everything will be amazing. Now let's see here. We can bring in another Hearthling, the 22nd Hearthling, to join the Nerds of the North, which is fantastic. I actually want to queue up some stuff from my Weaver here as well, because I realize we could look at stuff like the Winter Worker outfit. That is a thing we could start looking at. So we maybe aim to have like 25 of those at some point, or craft 30 of them. Because I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Craft 30 of these when you get a chance. Because we're going to max out at, oh, I didn't know I could do this. That's neat. We're going to max out at 30 Hearthlings, so we might as well. Now this is for Footman. That's just the upgraded worker thing. Actually, we don't need 30 of those. We need like, I don't know, 10 of them, I guess? Let's try crafting 10 of them. Let's see here. Upgraded worker outfit. Let's try 10 of those. Thick leather vest. I doubt we'd need it. Rabbit hair shield. Needs gold flakes. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Golem backpack. We can actually make that, so let's give that a shot and put it up here so it gets done as like a priority. So there we go, we'll do that. Hopefully that gets made at some point. I don't know if that means I can make someone a Geomancer, but we'll see. In terms of spools of thread, I'm going to say take that and maintain 30 of those instead of 10. And let's see, can I push that up to the top? Is that a thing it's going to let me do? No, it isn't. All right, well, move everything else down then. Bolts of leather are going to be a similar thing. Maintain 30 of those. And spools of thread are already 30, so it's the bolt of cloth that we need to push up to 30 as well. All right. So that should keep everything nicely stocked at some point. As for the potter, well, you can't make those because you're not the right level, if I'm not mistaken. So I need you to make, I don't know, can you do benches? You can do tables. You can do lamps. You can do windows. Just make me a bunch of small urns. Make like 42 of them. And when you're done with that, you should be pretty well leveled. So that'll keep them all busy. And that'll hopefully result in some great things. And I'm also really excited to see this place get finished because I'm gonna be putting a fire pit up there. And I realize I'm putting a fire pit up there, that's a bad idea because Hearthlings technically need to light the fire pit every night. So I might be making a mistake on that one. Putting a fire pit up in the chimney there. I thought it would be a cool effect, you know, it'll have flames coming out the top of the blacksmith's place, but I may have totally forgotten that it doesn't actually work that way. That's great. That's just fine. That's just perfect. Can't believe I forgot that. Bit awkward. Anyway, I want to see here. We have a thing. We technically have a thing for a Geomancer, right? But no, we need the Geomancer talisman. A talisman from Clan Amberstone and Trust in Hearth. I don't know how to get that. I just don't know how to get that. I guess it's a quest thing. Anyway, Olva, you are actually going to become an archer. And let's see here. Cadence, you are also going to become an archer. And you know what? Let's see here. You are a goat. All right. Era, you are going to become a farmer. So that'll do. That will give us an extra farmer, 2 extra archers. So we have more defenders than we've ever had. And now that we've got the 2 farmers, we might actually see some really good stuff come out of this area down here. Hopefully they won't be completely overwhelmed. I'm also thinking it might be an idea to look into an extra shared sleeping space. Ooh. That actually looks really good up there. That looks really good up there. Looks like a proper blacksmith's place. Just a shame that fire is... Oh, hello. Oh, you are a biggin. All right. All right, red team. Let's get on this. Let's do alert mode as well. Oh, that's a bad idea. There we go. This should be... Oh, what do you want? Good news, peons. Ogo Skullbonker, Chief of Chiefs-to-be, calls us back to him. Time to go home. Show him tribute. If you're lucky, maybe we'll be back to visit soon. All right. This is for you to remember our friendship. What'd you give me? A giant bone axe and goblin honor token. Okay, interesting. I mean, I'll throw it over there for the time being. And we'll continue with this fight, which is probably going to go pretty well, to be honest. Yeah, the archers are sort of wrecking face right now. And everything seems to be going well because of it. Yeah, this all seems like it's going pretty smoothly, other than the fact that the enemy keeps trying to run away, but... Yeah, that went pretty well. This guy's... Wait, whoa. Well, except you, why are you starving? Oh, you got stuck up there. Okay, bud, let's get you done. There you go, mate. You're good. Not really sure how that came about, but he's been there for a while. That guy's been stood there for a while, so I'm kind of glad the game lets you know when someone's starving. Otherwise, he'd be dead. Because I probably would have never checked. We got some caribou heading towards the farm. I think my archers are heading over to intercept, so I don't know how well that's going to go for the caribou. Oh no, that one got over, but that one's about to, yep, die. Okay. I like that they automatically do that, to be honest. I do like that they automatically do that. Now let's see here, what is this place missing? A stone chest of... Wow, that quality though. Okay. Is that a thing, like, can I say no to the super high quality stone chest? Is that a thing we can do here, or is it too late? It is not, apparently. Oh, no, maybe it is. Okay, well, we're gonna have to, figure that out. So this is the blacksmith's place. Let's say that you can just have all ores on that, and the same with that as well. Blacksmith level 2, not bad. I realize the blacksmith stuff is in here, so we can go and lift this and force the blacksmith into a new building. So there we go. And also into bed. So blacksmith, you are gonna be going right there. Okay. So we need a very high quality stone chest right now. I'm not sure what the chances are of getting one of those, but we are gonna have to queue a few of them up, I think. Mason level 2 is needed for that. Go ahead and craft me 40 of those when you can. But until then, because you do need to level up, go ahead and craft me 54 of these. Because why not? So yeah, craft me 54 of those until you get to the level you need to be. Because I realize that a lower level mason's gonna hold us back a little bit. So we can get that done in a reasonable amount of time. But I have to say, this place is coming together really nicely. Like, it kind of looks like a proper little town. Or at least it's starting to look like a proper little town. Which I really like. I do really like that. I'm also thinking it'd be kind of cool to maybe put some grass in here, but then, obviously, if it snows, the grass should get covered and it won't. And I say that because in here, you can actually put things down like hilltop or fade or edge or grassland or whatever. So I could put some grass in here, but it would look really weird. It would just look really, really weird having that grass in there, so we'll not worry too much about it. I do think this is going to be our last building, though. I think it's going to have to be. I don't know if we have any other... I guess we do need a place for the engineer, but what I'm thinking is when this building's done, I kind of want to say, like, hey, let's just let them haul stuff for a while. Because at the minute, there is just so much garbage lying around, and it's so annoying to look at. Uh-oh. Oh, he's going to be up on the hill, isn't he? Yeah. So that's nothing to worry about. Anything to worry about over here? Not really. We had a couple of goblin camps that way. Nothing really around that way. We did have a couple of kobolds up in this hill at one point. A goblin tries sneaking into camp. Good try. Good try, I guess. But yeah, I think this will be our last building for a while. And then we'll just let them haul everything into storage. Because I don't think storage is filling up at the minute. 62, 49, 30, 18, 0, 3, 0. Yeah, so there's a good amount of storage left. And it's raining? What season are we in here? Oh, we're in spring! Although it ends in 6 days, which is certainly something. But we are definitely in spring. That's kind of nice. Here's a question. Did my gold get stolen? Because I know we're sitting on 54 at the minute. But I thought that was maybe because the gold we had isn't in a stockpile. But I feel like we may actually be in a situation where the gold did get taken. Which is a little bit of a concern. And a little frustrating. But just looking around, I'm not actually seeing any gold just lying about. So I think our gold may have actually been stolen by a goblin. So we're going to have to make that back at some point. But to do that, we kind of have to get everybody to level up. So that's going to be a process, is what that's going to be. Either way, ladies and gents, I think we're going to leave it there for today. Some pretty good progress has been made. We got more buildings done. We've got this area looking like a little town. We're in spring. We're up to 24 hearthlings. Another 6, and we max this place out. The farms have drastically changed. I mean, as far as runs in Stonehearth go, I feel like this is one of my better ones. I feel like we're being pretty successful here. Admittedly, that's because every time the goblins come around, we keep them happy. And also because the goblins up in the hill can't actually get down to us. But that's not my fault. Like, I didn't put them up there. You know, I'm just looking at that and thinking we could totally build like a cool castle up here looking down in the little town. That's kind of tempting. That's kind of tempting. I think my goal is, and I'm not saying this like oh, this is how the series is going to end. This is like something I think would be really cool to do. I think it'd be really cool to build like a proper little town down here. Maybe custom buildings for everything at some point. So we'll redo all of our buildings eventually. And then up here, we have a castle. We put our banner in there. We have towers and turrets and all that stuff. And a big grand staircase leading up to it. So if we turn on alert mode, everyone from the town, because no one will sleep up in the castle, it'll just be for security and maybe storage, because it'll look cool having people running up and down. But all the people of the town will run up the stairs into the castle, and the doors will close, and the turrets will come online, and we can put we can have some warriors in blue team, have them be nothing but archers, put them in the walls, have knights and footmen run out. I think that could be really cool. I think that could be really, really cool to do. So we'll see what happens there. If I make 3 frost snapped flowers, you'll give me golden gourd seeds. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll totally do it. That's no problem. Oh, wow. This is nearly done over here. Anyway, ladies and gents, that is going to be it for today. Thank you kindly for watching. It's been my pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.